Hey, we're back and we're in the Hordecast live with Cody Manson. We got Killer the Alleygeist. We got the Harvester, and we got, of course, everybody's favorite fucking Zooligan, the Neck Pisser. So what's up, Cody? Nice mask, by the way. I know that I've seen that you've been selling a few of them there masks.
Yeah. I'm good, chilling, bro. This is just a little something I'll be doing. You know, my creative roots run way outside of music, so I'll be doing all type of shit.
Shit's fire.
Good look. It's five. FYE, five.
Yeah.
You know, I've always enjoyed the fact that you've always fucked with clothing in a way and jewelry in a way that most people don't.
Yeah, bro. That's definitely one of my passions is like creating like fashion design, all type of shit.
Yeah, I remember that all that chain gang shit. That shit was fire.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm bringing that back too. I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm not gonna do it full time like I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely back at it. I actually got a couple of them bitches right here.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, them shits are dope.
Back at it like a crack addict that never had it. You heard?
Yeah.
What's good though?
Man, the same old thing, man. I turned 43 today. I was gonna have balloons and fucking cake and all sorts of festive shit, but I'm like, nah. I didn't have time to do all that. I ended up just cooking out on the grill and having some fucking drinks. And other than that, you know, at the homestead, everything's all good. But what's been up with you, homie? I see you're getting them back onto a tour.
Yeah, happy birthday first off. But
thanks, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm just doing a little mini run. The past couple of tours I did, I had a couple Midwest dates, but I had a lot of people hit me up about doing the Midwest. So I even said this earlier this year. I'm not gonna do as much touring this year. I got a lot of other shit I want to do as far as like creating content and just new music. That's a big thing. I got a bunch of shit in the barrel. Just yeah, man. I got some albums ready to go. I got an EP that's ready to go. I'm just, you know, I'm figuring a few things out behind the scenes before I release them and how I'm gonna release them and where I'm gonna release them.
Yeah, we're like about what, a year and 6 months since your last release. Something close to that.
Unfortunately, yeah. I forgot I can't drink coffee with this bitch on, so I'm gonna have to just pull it up.
but at the same time, the two albums that you have released, your full lengths, are both stellar work, man. I mean, you can't deny the hard work that you put into it, and they all sound good. And that's okay to take the time that you needed to tour off those records because, you know, that's how you get the word out there. That's how I found out about you. I saw you in Peoria.
Yeah, most definitely. But that was my first tour on LSP. That was actually my first tour as Cody Manson.
See, and I found out about you guys. I found out about Rogues Gallery. I found out about fucking Sick Nick Six. And, you know, all the guys you had. Worm. That was the first time I experienced Worm.
Yeah, Worm is for sure an experience, huh, man?
Shout out to
No, that's the homie, bro. I always be trolling, bro. That's my dog.
The way they brought you out in the straight jacket and you were like fucking flailing around like you were fucking insane. That was great.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I be forgetting about some of the shit I used to do for my live shows.
I mean, and I've seen the evolution of it, man, because I was there at Camp Zool when you came up to us and you were like, man, I need some guys in masks to help carry me out in a body bag. And like,
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
some of y'all were members of the people that did that. Neck Pissa, wasn't you one of them?
Yep.
You fucking carried them out. Yep, the Jesus thing. That was fucking dope, dude. I think you stole the show that day, honestly.
I appreciate that, man. A lot of people didn't expect me to do some theatrical shit. Cause I'm not really my whole persona as an artist is more just me and just my regular crazy self. But like a lot of people didn't expect me to do some theatrics, and I figured I'd bring that to Camp Zool.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
Yeah, and then you guys at Camp Zool 3, didn't you record with a video with Doc Gruesome?
Yes, we did. That's actually out. It's on his YouTube right now. I believe
Euthanize,
that
right?
song was called Euthanize. That was
Yep.
the one we did.
I
Fuck
made
yeah,
it in that video.
Doc Gruesome, that's another cat that's got the hustle going on, man. What's up? Grim Smiles in the chat. We got the Baroness in the house. Fucking
Judah.
what up, everybody that's watching? We got 15 viewers on. Thanks for coming and hanging out the Hordecast live. We got Cody Manson chilling with us. And yeah, dude. I mean, well, when I saw you live and before then, you were very nice. Everybody on your team was very nice. Y'all were very professional. Like every time I've ran into you, dude, I ran into you at the Castle Theater just recently, and you snapped a pic with me, like real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Hell yeah,
that was the shit,
up,
man. You guys,
Yeah,
man, and congratulations, congratulations on that tour.
Thank you, bro. I remember seeing you at that show with the Zool mask on. I'm like, oh shit, what up?
Yeah, like with that tour with Twisted, man, you were on that shit, like every fucking leg of it, wasn't you?
Yeah, I did 3 runs with them. That shit was fucking legendary.
I'm saying, man, and nobody can hate on that because, dude, like you said, you had a chance to fucking tour with somebody that you had a high respect for, and with that fucking lineup and that bill, like going all over the place,
bro.
Why wouldn't you not want to? You know, I mean, that's a dream come true.
The thing that's dope about that is I've opened for all those guys on different tours that they've done and shit. And it was just kind of tight to, cause like the one thing that was really dope about it is like, they actually let me tour on the bus with them and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like waking up with motherfuckers and, you know, being around everyone, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's a lot of conversations that happen and shit, and you get to really know them. Like I consider them brothers now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was definitely a dope ass experience for sure.
And how was that for you? Like adjusting to that whole experience? Like I'm talking like the actual like, because it had to be different than doing the Cody Manson family tour, right?
Oh yeah. It was not really much of an adjustment. It was more just like wrapping my head around it. Like, damn, this shit is getting real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and like staying grounded, not getting lost in the clouds. I definitely still did my Cody Manson thing. You know what I'm saying? Like on my downtime and shit. But at the same time, like I don't know. Like I kind of just worked it. I just kind of figured out my schedule on the road. What times I had to be where, what times I had to off, you know, throughout the day. So like when we first pull up, we do loading and all that shit, sound check, all that, get the fucking VIP set up, do the meet and greet, and then before the meet and greet, I'd have like 2 hours to go get some food. So every day I'd just go out by myself somewhere in the city I'm in and just kick it by myself and just like gather my thoughts and shit. And then, yeah, man, it was cool, bro. Fucking the thing I really fucked with was there's a lot of people who know who I am, and there's a lot of people who don't know who I am. So it's like that gave me so much exposure. And then like another thing I really thought was dope about it was being in the meet and greets and seeing like, you know, fans coming through wearing Cody Manson merch for the meet and greet and shit was dope as fuck to me. Like,
yeah. I'll tell you something, Cody, is that I like to listen to, when we're going to have a guest on, I like to listen to some stuff from the guys before we do the shows, right? And I didn't even realize that I had a handful of tracks from you on my major playlist that I listen to every day. So, because I put my playlist together by just stuff that I like. Like I don't care who it is. So, you know that means that basically your shit's tough enough to vibe. I'm not like listening to you for for your name. You know what I mean? I'm listening to you because your shit's jams.
Well, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the most important thing in general is like, I mean, it's cool to have a name, but like, what's a name with nothing behind it, you know?
And that's it, man. That's when I find myself listening to stuff and I don't really care. I'll listen to it and then I have to it's like, hey, who the hell is this? This shit's on, right?
Yeah, you got to pay attention to who you're fucking listening to and what.
But it's already fire, so it's on my list, right? Yeah. So it's like, I can appreciate that shit.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate that. I see y'all tipping back. What's that? Some Mad Dog?
Fuck yeah.
He's been drinking Mad Dog for like weeks, bro. Weeks.
I love that.
He loves that shit. It's fucking. I tell him, man, that's some rotten gut shit right there.
Trying to get that sponsorship. If anybody.
If you get a Mad Dog sponsorship, bro, I'm gonna quit rapping, dog.
I'm sitting here kicking back whiskey and coke, drinking a pre-roll, drinking a pre-roll.
Drinking a pre-roll? Yeah. you sip steady on that pre-roll, bro.
I will, dude. I'll sit steady on it, man. I'll sit steady on it. Man, I worked all day too, man, and it was a rough one. It was very busy at work today, but hey, I made it through.
He put in a lot of hard hours at the glory hole.
Yeah, I did.
Does that jaw hurt?
Nah, his jaw don't get sore, man. That dude,
He's a pro, bro.
My knees hurt
his
worse.
back and knees give out far before his jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, my knees give out before the jaw will. I got the gift of gab.
Y'all are fucked up. Good.
You got any, Cody? You have any guys that not just people on your set or people that help or that you work with, but any guys that you're looking at in the underground that you think that are pretty dope right now?
I mean, yeah, there's hella dope talent out there, bro. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people I fuck with. I mean, SON, me and him been rocking for a minute, and it's so dope to see his growth. Doc Gruesom's another person that I've been seeing the past couple of years turn up. I could name a bunch of people, but I don't want to leave anybody off that list. But specifically, my brother Keith Stone, he took a hiatus for a while. Me and him used to be in a rap group called THC, and fucking, you know, he was going through his life and shit. You know, we both ended up having kids and shit in our lives, and like, I've always just stayed grinding and shit. And it's like, you know, he tapped back in with me and shit, and we just did an EP. It's gonna release soon called The Double Cups and Demons EP. It's 7 tracks. It's fucking dope. I'm actually bringing him on this next tour, this little mini run, the Heartless Heathens tour. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does, because it's like he's gonna be new to y'all, but he's so seasoned because he's been doing this shit damn near just as long as I have. So I'm excited to see what he does, what his future is. And then another artist, Baja Blast. She's from Los Angeles. She came out. I don't know if you guys are hip to Lil B or any of that stuff from back in the day. He's one of the first, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like he's like, I don't even want to call it mumble rap, but he's like way ahead of his time. Lil B, he had like the Bass God and all that shit. His shit was huge, but she used to be signed to Bass God. And she used to do like the ratchet white girl rap shit, but now she's been doing a lot more like metal trap shit, and it goes so fucking hard. And I'm just excited to see what she does too.
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm just reading these comments too. Michael,
Yeah, I was checking it out too. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
People
send me messages and shit about how my music helped them get through certain situations and shit. Because what's crazy is like with my music, how it could like help someone get through a situation. There could be times I could be personally going through something in my day, and getting a message like that has the same effect on me as my music had on them. You know what I mean?
Yep. People usually call me and send me messages saying, "Hey man, I watched that shit you put out the other day. It really made me want to start a shotgun."
Start a shotgun.
Smoke a fucking pistol.
No, fuck that, Harvester. You're a pretty crafty guy, man. You actually get a kick out of the shit that you put out there, man. Your little mini videos and your little books that you put together.
You got to get me on that track with Titties, man. If anybody hasn't heard that fucking post, Titties was on fire.
We need more songs. We need more songs about titties.
Yeah. I did a sweet little on titties. It was pretty solid, you know, for a quick fucking, I don't know what it was.
Like a minute long?
Yeah, I was walking around the house in the morning. I just started singing about titties.
That's lit. I got something on one of my new albums coming out. It's a song called Gummy Bears. And it's definitely inspired by a certain pair of titties. So it's definitely.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
So, are you looking like if there's anybody that you could do like I know, and these are like basic questions. If there's anybody you could do a collab with, either from like today or from the past or whatever, would you pick? Who would you pick?
I'm gonna give you guys different answers because I answered this in like a typed out on interviews, Devilish Trap interview, and I always feel like I answer correctly or what I really think, but then I'd be forgetting. There's so many artists I'd love to work with, but I'd say I definitely want to do a track with Kevin Gates. I know that's super out of your guys' lane, but that's just an artist I fuck with tough.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
fuck with Kevin Gates. I fuck with Kevin Gates.
Yeah, fucking Gates for sure. I mean, doing a track with someone like, I don't even know. Like I said, passed away would be DMX for sure. DMX was lit.
Yeah.
I mean, it all just depends on the vibe. Like Yellow Wolf, like there's a lot of like artists I'm inspired by that like I could be like, yo, I would love to do a song with them. But it really just comes down to like the situation. You know what I mean? It's hard to name, bro. Like I guess as long as I fuck with it and it's something that I looked up to or just was inspired by, I guess would just be an honor in general. So
Yeah. It's kind of a trick question because there's so many good artists out there. It's just that, like you said, it depends on what you're trying to do. Like, what's the situation?
Yeah, like as far as like the underground realm and shit like that, like I've collabed with like a lot of like the bigger names and stuff like that. Or like if it wasn't straight up my song, like I've been featured on songs with other artists that had other, you know what I'm saying? Like I've like kind of like, I don't even know the word for it. I want to say inherit the feature or some shit, but like there's been like a lot of songs like even when I first like started popping off when Buckshot put me on that song that had like Boondocks and fucking Young Wicked and all type of people on it, like situations like that. Like I've collabed with a lot of artists in the underground already. But yeah, on this EP, the Double Cups and Demons EP, I mentioned this earlier in the past, but we got a track on there called 27 Club. It's featuring Jamie Madrox. It's like a wicked strip club song. It's fucking fire. And the beats produced by Scrim from the Suicide Boys. It's like super like Bay Area, like boom, boom, boom type vibes, but it has like ass clapping snares on it. And I'm like, yo, this gotta be a strip club song, but I put a twist on it to make it more wicked. So it's pretty fire. I'm excited about that.
Dude, Jamie Madrox does that shit good, man. Ever since I heard Old School Pervert.
Dude, Old School Pervert's fucking, dude, it's a classic.
One thing I really fuck with him too, though, like especially like more lately too, like he's been dipping and diving in a bunch of different lanes, just experimenting with shit, and it's like, like it's pretty dope to see motherfuckers like, just expanding their horizons and shit. Like, yes, Twisted Jamie Madrox is fire, but like when he does like them duets and shit on TikTok and shit, like what I'm saying, I feel like he's starting to showcase his lane more, his versatility, to say.
Yeah.
Very much so, man. He's not afraid to like test himself. It's like he's gotten good enough that he looks for a fucking challenge, and that's what's beautiful about watching the growth of Twisted.
Oh yeah.
Hey, not to jump in the middle of this real quick, but Cody Brown last week he won that the Boondocks Bango giveaway. That thing's in the mail. I'll be shipping you. It like already left. I haven't had a chance to send him the tracking, but it's got a bunch of goodies, stickers, and all sorts of stuff, man. Cody, if you're watching, it's on your way, bro.
He threw a cum sock in there.
Speaking of raffle too, I raffled off a 1-of-1 Cody Manson Funko Pop. And that raffle did really well, and I just actually got that in the mail today too to the person who won. I forget the person's name offhand, but
Hey, that shit is fire. I seen that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
that's
seen that
fucking dope.
Funko Pop too. That thing was dope.
Hell yeah. See, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a big Funko Pop collector and shit, but I came across the fucking how you can get your own made. I seen a lot of people posting just like the AI versions and shit, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go get one and see what happens. And when I posted the first picture of it, people went fucking nuts about it. So I'm like, shit.
Right? That's fucking awesome though, man. I gotta say.
Hell
I
yeah.
like that you
If
guys
anybody else
in the,
wants to get one, you can hit me up for a Cody Manson Funko Pop, and I'll give you the info on how to
Hey,
get
what's
one.
that run?
I'm doing them for $100, dude. They cost kind of a lot to get made. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's not really like a big profit there. Like when I raffled them, I did $20 slots for the raffle.
Yeah, I'd imagine because they're not like mass produced by Funko. They're like each one's a one off when they do it.
yeah.
Yeah. And anyone I do though, I make sure I do it like different variants. Where no matter like if I did 20 of them, like every one of them's a one of one because none of them are gonna be the same one.
Hey boys, I have somebody coming in. I mean, some of you know what's kind of some of the stuff that I had happen today. Cody, I'm sorry I have to dip out early. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna hit you up in the sidebar. Maybe we can work something out. I'll do some giveaway stuff with you. I'll buy it from you, and then we'll do a giveaway for the Hordecast. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna keep checking out your shit.
Yes, sir.
Everybody that's watching, if you haven't seen it, I have a giveaway going right now for the Misfits. Just got to like, share, and comment on my original post. And on the 12th, we'll be pulling. We're gonna have 2 winners, so we'll see what happens. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry that I have to dip, but like I said, some of you guys know. And I'm sorry, Cody, for interrupting, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Handle your business. Much love, dog.
Yeah, man. You guys have a great night.
All right, take care, man.
Right. Give me 1 second, real quick. I want to show you something.
And if you know anything about the Michigan Misfits and where they are, let us know here at the Hordecast Live because our homies are missing.
I've only heard speculation.
This is another version of one of the Funko Pops that I did. They come with the pop protector, all that shit.
Word.
That's fresh.
Cody Manson got them motherfucking Funkos. What?
That's what's up.
Yeah, I just recently moved out to LA like a couple months back and shit, so kind of stumbled upon that out here, and I'm like, shit, let's get it.
Yeah, so I got one of those Axe ones Zillow Arts today.
So you was originally from around here then, right? In the Midwest.
Yeah, I was born in Michigan, raised in Cleveland. I still rep Cleveland. That's where I grew up. It's, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, just my life had took me other places.
We understand.
I feel it. I'm in Southeast Ohio now.
Yeah,
how the fuck that happened?
Yeah, my brother and my parents, they don't live together, but they both live. Like my brother lives in Chillicothe, Ohio, and he works at a tattoo shop out there called the Iron Pen. That's what he be doing. And my parents, they got like property and shit that they live like in between Chillicothe and Portsmouth right now.
Yeah, I'm like 2 hours east of Portsmouth, straight down the highway.
Oh yeah, that's why in the one track I said, they will never find you because you're buried down in South Ohio.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm right on the river.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you've organically fell into like the scene that you fell into though, Cody. It ain't like that. It doesn't feel like anything you've done is forced, and like with like, you know, with the backstage politics of things, and the way that the politicking.
I mean, really, what it comes down to, like I said, I was born in Michigan. I didn't move to Cleveland until I was about 13. And I said this even from the jump. Like, if you go back, you know, when I first got signed to LSP, even, or like even before LSP, when I do podcasts and shit, like I would tell people, like, I was like raised on like Michigan underground rap, like from like the Dayton family, Jake the Flake, E. Shams, fucking. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Got motherfuckers blowing my shit up.
Gotta get to the money.
There we go. But yeah, so like I grew up on like the, you know, like ICP, all that shit. Like I remember being like 7 or 8 years old, and there was like this kid from the neighborhood that was like probably like 14, running around like, you know, he had like this thing of black lipstick, and he was like always just like paint his face, and he was like, you only paint your guys' faces, blah blah blah, juggalo, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like got me hip to that whole shit. Like I didn't just like dive into it as a fan and just stay a juggalo my whole life, but it's like it's been like an unspoken part of my life for like a long time. And then like when I moved to Ohio, I basically just grew up skateboarding and shit like that. Like I always just wanted to be a professional skateboarder, shit like that.
Shit.
Learned how to rap, you know, just loved just lyricism and all that shit. But when I started doing shows, it was at Peabody's in Cleveland. A lot of people know about that place. It's torn down now, but it was like a legendary spot. It's where a lot of people from Cleveland had their first shows and shit like that. But like
I
we
heard
were
of
open
Peabody's.
for like,
Hey, is Peabody's where they did the 05 All-Stars tour?
most likely 05.
Because I think that's where I went for All-Stars in 05
I know
and
the
got
first
slammed
time.
through a fucking table.
I know the first time I ever opened for ICP was the old shit tour at Peabody's. And
Yeah.
that had to have been like 2009 or 2010 or some shit. They did 2 days back to back there. And I remember there's still a video on YouTube now. It's like super grainy now because technology is way fucking better. But the basement actually was flooding from all the Fago and shit. Like they had like a fucking video from the basement where you just see the walls. Just
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
shit just pouring down into the basement and shit.
Yeah.
I just said that to go along with what you're saying about me like organically falling into this. It's like I've always been myself when it came to being an artist, and no matter how much I was influenced by somebody, whether it's a mainstream artist or underground artist, like I feel like it's okay to be influenced and inspired, but I always like force myself to not dive into being like putting myself as a fan of somebody else before my own shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it came to the whole like just the whole Zooligan wave too, like I got tapped in with Zooligans. Well, I remember seeing it was at Whoopstock when fucking AXE did the second main stage right after the main stage let off, and they're passing out that single everywhere, and like they like later on was announced on MNE and shit. That was the first time. I'm lying. The first time I seen AXE, I'm tripping, was actually at Shadows. It was like a bar that I helped turn into a venue, and this was like 2017 probably. Him and it was just two. AXE was, I think it was just Joe and Lee. Or not Lee, Billy and Joe, my bad. And they were touring with Low Key and shit, and they fucking came through there. That's the first time I ever met them. But I feel like I fell into that wave though when I was doing the Chain Gang thing, because I had a lot of people hit me up to do Forever Faces and shit like that, and a lot of fans gravitated me towards that because of the actual artwork and shit. So it's like kind of just like fell into place like that. As far
They do have some fire ass merch.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that shit, the chains was fun, man. That shit just fucking consumed my life though, bro. Like I probably, like I always make this joke, I probably still got glitter in my fucking hair from doing them shits 2-3 years ago, bro. So this shit consumed my life, but it was a blessing though. Like, I mean, like music was always my passion, but that shit took off so big to where it's like I didn't have time to do anything else but sit there and make chains. So, you know.
So,
but did you have fun making the chains?
Right, that's the point.
I mean, it's still fun. Like, it's definitely fun. But what's not fun is having to personally interact and deal with every single customer. Like, the beauty of having an online store is you can have like a fucking customer support page, and where it's just through email and shit. But motherfuckers, when you're finally sit down to relax for the night, motherfuckers want to call you on Facebook Messenger over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
they're all up in your DM and shit. They're like, where's my shit at?
The thing that's crazy is this though. A lot of times the people that be like tripping out, like, where the fuck's my chain, are people that ordered like 2 days before that. And like, if you look at like one of the last messages, they'll be like, how long does it take? I'll say, at least 21 business days. So that's like a month.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You're gonna message me 2 days later, like asking me for pictures of it and shit. I'm like, bro. But I also, from that experience, I learned that I don't have to reply to everybody as soon as they message me. Like I can close my inbox and open it the next morning. Like I don't have to fucking, you know, I still deal with customers every now and then that feel like I'm entitled that I'm supposed to answer them like immediately and shit like that. And if I don't, they go on my page and go on my comments and call me a fucking scam artist and all this other shit because I'm not answering their
They leave you a bad Yelp review and shit.
It's like, bro, get off my dick. Like, I appreciate the support, but it's like, to what extent are you supporting me? Like, you want the item, but then you're just being a fucking asshole. So it's like, I mean, I'm gonna give you the same energy back. You know what I mean?
I felt like a dick when I was like, "Where's my merch from fucking who was it? Low Key?" And then finally somebody told me, "Dude, Low Key lives in a fucking RV, and he don't even mail his shit out. It's like somebody else that does it for him." And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that." Like,
yeah, that's the thing for anybody watching, bro. Like, you know, as an artist, especially an underground independent artist, bro, like, yeah, like there's no excuses for taking fucking forever. Like shit does happen, but like you gotta understand you're not working with a corporation, bro. You're working with a fucking, you know, an individual that not only is handling your order, but is handling hella fucking orders on top of wanting to be creative and fucking, you know, it's like our life isn't just merch. It might be a big part of our business, but like, you know, people be forgetting that motherfuckers is just human beings that have lives outside of your order. Like, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's you know.
Yeah, keep it business hours and keep it fucking professional.
Exactly.
Like one thing I think is dope. I seen this interview with Akon when he's talking about when he did the song with Eminem, that Smack That. Eminem told him to be at the studio at like whatever time, and he showed up like 3 hours late, like most rappers do. And then he got there, Eminem wasn't there, and they were like, "Well, where's he at?" He's like, "Oh, he took his lunch break. He'll be back or whatever." Then like never showed back up, and then Akon's like, "Yo, where you at?" He goes, "Shit, I'm done for the day, bro. Like I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be there at 8 in the morning." Like he literally has like a time schedule, like a shift that he does his music to where it's like if he tells you at 8 a.m. and you're not there and his clock out time is 2 in the afternoon, like he's not going to come back at 10 at night just because you're there finally. He treats that shit like a job, like a 9 to 5.
Yeah, I clock in and clock out, bro.
You got to kind of do that though to keep your like mental fucking your mind piece correct, bro, because this shit it can consume you in so many different ways, bro. Like just like with me, bro, I personally I battle with like severe ADHD and I'm unmedicated, and like I was diagnosed bipolar when I was in like fucking 4th grade, and like I don't like try to use that as an excuse or anything, but as I'm getting older and shit, like I'm starting to realize like how much of a battle it is for me to start something and then finish it in the same sitting, bro. Like I'll sit there and like get mad at myself, or like I'll be like so focused on fighting my brain to finish this thing, and I could get a phone call from a homie or my girl or anybody, and I just have like this attitude. And they're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." And they're like,
"This shit going on in my head."
Yeah, and it's like it's not even their fault. It's just I'm so focused on this. I'm like getting mad at any distraction because I know that if I get on this phone call, I'm probably not going to finish what I'm doing. Like, so deal with like, the ADHD factor mixed with like, you know, like you can't please everybody, bro. Like when I first started popping off, I noticed a lot of people supported me. There's a lot of artists, and a lot of these artists still got love for me. But there's a lot of artists that's like, they were super like, hell yeah, bro, let's do something. And I'm always down to work with people. But like the second that I started gaining some more attraction and started to elevate, it's like I'm still the same fucking person. Just because I don't talk to you every single day doesn't mean that I don't fuck with you no more or something. But it's like it got to a point to where it's like I just seen so many people like, I didn't want to say they turn into haters, but they just like completely quit fucking with me or even tapping with me or anything or supporting my shit just because that one time I didn't get around to getting them a feature or some shit. And it's like you know, that's when you got to understand, especially when it comes to artist type situations. Like, you know, it's a competition, but it doesn't have to be. But like at the end of the day, like a lot of these people, like it's like they want to support you until you're doing better than them, or like you're doing something that they want to do. And it's like, regardless if you're not flexing and rubbing it in their face, just the fact that you're doing that thing, some people will turn that shoulder and become a hater, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Oh no, I like to see my artist homies eating good.
Yeah.
Right. And look at me, man. I barely speak to you personally, you know, through chat, but me and Neck Pissa, we reached out to you. We were patient, and you got back to us, and we got you on the show. It can happen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You just
And I
got
made sure, and like I said, my ADHD is crazy. I set like 3 different alarms today, like 2 hours before, an hour before, and a half hour before. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
You should see the alarms in my phone for the day.
Good shit.
Wild.
There you go. That'll be a good post for you, Killa. These are my alarms throughout the day. Fuck, man.
What's up with Neck Pissa though, bro? What you up to?
Chilling, you know.
I know that's your boy right there. I didn't even, dude. I wasn't even rolling with Cody Manson as heavy as I was till the Pissa was like, man, Cody's like
A1 since day one, bro. He always been.
I'm telling you. You got probably your biggest mark is right there, the Neck Pissa.
No, I don't even call him Mark. That's my homie, bro. I consider him a friend, bro. I remember one year on New Year's Eve, I was pissed drunk. I called him and wished him Happy New Year's. He was like, "What up?" Like,
yeah.
I'm like, "No, man, Happy New Year's, bro." That's the homie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good. We're gonna hold our breaths and see who can hold their breath the longest.
That fuck love hoodie's pretty dope.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the first one I made. I'm gonna make a handful of them bitches and bring them on that the Heartless Heathens tour.
Oh yeah. I like that fucking Freddy Krueger joint you did.
You said what?
That Freddy Krueger hoodie you did. That shit was fire.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to start focusing a lot more on doing like customs and shit like that. Just to switch it up, man. Because it's like, how many black T-shirts can you buy? How many fucking, you know? I'm just trying to like switch it up, and it's like, you know, if I could sell 1 million T-shirts, I would. But at the same time, it's like, I'm starting to like learn the value of limited shit or like very short runs of things to where like if you didn't get in on this, you'll never get it unless you buy it from someone who bought it or shit like that. Like I'm trying to elevate my merch game to like just way more customized, way more personal.
Yeah.
You know, because it's one thing to get like
it's more intimate.
It's one thing to get a factory made T-shirt and get the autograph. But it's like, imagine having the fucking item that your favorite artist sat there and made himself. It's like a piece of art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Bootleg just bounced on us, huh, man?
He'll be back, baby.
Yeah, he had to go take a coke shit or something.
You know it. Killer, where you at? You say you're in Southeast Ohio?
Yeah, down Marietta.
There you
go. Straight down 77.
What the fuck be going on out there?
Shit, dude. Like, I've been here like 2 years, and like I don't really know fucking shit for anybody right here.
Right.
Everybody I know is like 2 hours away.
Where are you from originally?
Tulsa, man, Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. I
played
Tulsa, bro. I got a lot of motherfuckers. Well, not a lot. There's a little pack of haters I got out there because I had some kids open for a show. It was the Love to Hate Me tour.
Yeah.
And the homies started a fucking fight, and then like it just took this big ass brawl, and I'm choking the fuck out of this one kid.
Yeah.
And, like, the same kid, he's on like a hater campaign, like, you'll never play a show in Tulsa again. I'm like, bro, I'm about to book a show in Tulsa just to piss you off. Like,
that's fucked, man. Because back in the day, anytime we had you out, it was nothing but fucking love, man. Yeah. I played a few shows with you in Tulsa.
Right, but what I'm saying is like this, like the kid who it was too, like there's a video of me just like choking him the fuck out.
Who was it? You can name drop. I
Bro,
don't
I
care.
don't even remember his name, and if I did, I definitely wouldn't give him no shout out, bro. Fuck that kid. But he was like, I'm your fucking fan, dog. And I'm like, they quit fucking with my team. Because, like, he was picking a fight with my tour manager or something. Then, like, he punched our tour van and all type of shit. I'm like, bro, like.
Yeah, I bet I know who it is.
Bro, when it comes to touring, bro, like, we're fucking a squad, bro. And it's like, if one goes, we all go. And then me as the artist, like, it's probably not that professional of me to jump in the middle of it. But when
sometimes you gotta.
When there's a whole show, 20 people jumping on my 6 guys, guess what? I'm gonna be the 7th man in that bitch. Like,
yeah.
You know, I hope it doesn't have to turn out like that, but like, you know, shit happens out there, bro. And sometimes it couldn't even be like at a show. It could be at the gas station at a fucking rest stop. Some fucking hick ass truck driver talking shit or something. Like, you never know. Like,
yeah. No, bro. I know.
Yeah, you gotta stand with your people, bro. And it's like if some people like, because there's people that's like, well, that's not very professional and blah blah blah. Well, guess what, bro? Like, I'm a human fucking being, and I'm gonna be as professional as I can. But at the end of the fucking day, bro, like, it's very hard.
You gotta ride for your people.
It's very hard for me to hold on to my give a fuck, bro. Like, that shit goes out the window so quick, bro. Like, not even no tough guy shit. Like, I'm so I stay away from altercating as much as possible, bro. Like, I've had situations where motherfuckers for some clout try to run up on me at a show, and instead of just commencing to just straight get into a big ass fight, like, I've had people swing on me and shit, and I dipped it, choke them out, throw them to the ground, shit like that. But it's like, I don't wrestle, I actually fight. But it's like, you know, I'm not gonna be out here just fighting every single person that wants to call me a bitch or like, oh, it's like, if I'm not this, then why do you feel the need to come at me? Because you know what you're trying to gain from the situation. You're trying to get some type of bragging rights or something. It's like if I'm not shit, if I'm such a pussy, and if I'm a bitch and I'm this and that, then why is it such a trophy for you to run and say you altercated with me? Because obviously I'm something of value. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a battle. I'm learning though.
But hey, I completely understand. There's those days where you just gotta fucking reach out and touch a motherfucker.
And like I said, the craziest thing is this, bro. Like, when I was younger, bro, like, I used to like, I wouldn't just go around starting fights, but I'd be the type of motherfucker, like, someone could say something, I'm just like, let's get it. And I'm just like, fucking all gas. And like, now it's like, even the situation people try to run up and jump me and shit like that, it's like, I'll fight back, I'll defend myself and shit. But I can't, my adrenaline doesn't even pump in these situations. And afterwards, I'll be like mad at myself, like, why didn't I just break this fucker's nose? Like, why didn't I go crazy? And it's like, I don't know if it comes with age or if it comes from like, because like, I went to prison a couple times, and before prison, like when I was a kid, the first time I ever went to like juvenile prison, I was like 14 years old and shit. And it's like, you know, the older I get, it's like I could see kids in the neighborhood get in a fucking fight and beat the shit out of each other, or split their skin, bleeding, nothing happens. Then I go get in a fight in the same neighborhood. Some kid talks shit, I punch him one time, and then an hour later, there's cops at my door filing assault charges on me. It's like I was never able to just fight somebody. It was just a fight. It always turned like I always got in trouble with the law after I fought somebody. To where it's like, I don't know if that
happened to the good old days when you could punch someone in the mouth.
Yeah, but I'm saying nowadays it's just hard for me to like get outside of my body like that. Like it takes a lot for me to like I said, it's been years now. Like, I've had altercations happen. You know, at least once a tour, there's something that happens on tour, whether it's directly at me or something or whatever. But it's like, even those situations where it's a physical altercation, my heart rate doesn't even skip a beat. It just like, it doesn't get all fast. I don't get all, just like, I'm just weirdly calm during the whole thing. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a good thing because it keeps me out of trouble, but it's also like, it's aggravating because it's like, man, I should have just dog walked that motherfucker, but just like, for what though? What's gonna happen? They knock me the fuck out. Oh, cool, bro. I got this video knocked out. But if I knock him out,
I knocked out Cody Manson. Ooh.
I'm gonna bury this motherfucker in law. So you know what I'm saying? I got too much to lose out here, bro. So you know, I move accordingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Hey, neck pissa. You remember Invisible boatmobile.
Yeah.
That's that shit.
If you don't know about Invisible Boatmobile,
Boatmobile.
go look that shit up.
Hell yeah, I directed that video too. It didn't turn out as much as I wanted to be in my head. Like the vision didn't get fully captured, but like for the most part, it did. Like a bunch of grown ass men looking like little kids at a birthday party and shit. Like that shit was fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. And y'all were like ingesting coke in many different ways.
Yeah, I ate a piece of cake with a cigarette on it and shit, and fucking the pinata was full of empty Whippet cartridges and shit. That shit was fire.
Fucking Neck Pissa showed me that music video and was like, dude, this shit is the shit. And we used to listen to that. And what was the song that we used to listen to by Scumbag Fred?
I can't remember the one where he has the baseball bat, right?
Yeah, he's on the fucking dock with the baseball bat, but I can't remember the name of it.
James.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fucking good one. We used to listen to that shit all the time, dude. That shit was fire, man. Fire.
Rick James with the backhand and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Showing up at 3 o'clock for the rework or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because there's a lot of talent out here, man. Just some people don't got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like I got love for Scumbag Fred. He's actually opening for the Fort Wayne show and shit. But you know, not just him, but there's been a lot of situations with artists where like I go out of my way to you know, turn people onto them, bro, and it backfires on me in certain ways, bro. And it's like, you know, I can't keep vouching for people and shit, and then having the same homies that I'm trying to put on turn around and hit me back like, hey, what's up with this? I'm like, damn, bro, like I can't, you know. So like I said, not even just him, but like I said, I fucked with Scumbag Fred. There's just a lot of people though to where I just learned over the years to just like I'll collab, I'll work with people, bro, but I don't put no energy into anybody else, bro, at all. Like it ain't my job or my business.
Dude, I've found out the hard way myself that you can't vouch for everybody in your fucking clique. You know what I mean? You can only really vouch for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. That's why I mean I respect what you're saying, man. Put all of your fucking energy into you so you can make sure that you're putting your shit out there. You know, you can say, hey, I'm inspired by this and that and the other, but at the end of the day, it's all Cody Manson.
Yeah, and it's like this too. It's like it ain't nothing for me to make a phone call for somebody or like to do this or that, but it's like if I do that and it works out for you, cool, but that doesn't mean that every time I'm going to make that phone call to where you're relying on me for opportunities and shit like that. And then like, or even when it comes to touring, I've had people like, you know, with these underground tours, bro, especially when you're going across the country for a month, like I'm not the biggest name in the world. So like, not every show I pull up to is just packed out. You know what I'm saying? Like I obviously have my markets, but there's markets I've never been in that I'm trying to get my feet in. So it's like I might pull up to a show that has 20 people at it, 10 fuck. I pull up and rap to the bartender before. Like it happens. Then like you got these artists that like they build this manifestation in their mind that like I'm gonna get on this tour, and by the time I'm done with this tour, I'll have just as big of a name as Cody. Or like it's like I hope that happens for an artist. Like I'm not like trying to gatekeep my fucking shit, but at the same time, like I've had artists touring with me and they say slick shit. Well, yeah, well, my merch ain't selling like yours. It's like, yeah, well, no shit. It's my fucking tour. Like, you might have to tour on my tour 3 times before you get that person that's buying 5 of my items to buy your fucking CD. Like, I can't make my fans like you, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
I like everybody.
I fucking hate everybody, bro.
Agreed.
I'm a bad liar.
I don't like to call myself a hater, bro, but like I'm a tough critic, bro, and I don't give a fuck. It's like I don't just hate on shit either. Like if something's good, I'll give people their props. But like just because it's popular, don't mean I'm gonna like it though. You feel me? Like popularity and then skill is 2 way different things, bro.
Like for example, you're on the same label as Scum and Insane Poetry. that don't mean that you do every fucking tour with Scum and Insane Poetry.
Right. And then like with that being said too, like bro, I was already an oddball on that label. Like I'm not like a major horrorcore rapper. Like yes, do I have horror like flavoring? Yeah, but like I'm not like a fucking bloodbath, fucking rip your intestines out rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's your thing, that's cool. But I'll get people that'll hit me up like how much for a feature? And I'll be like, yo, this much. And they're like, all right, here's a song. It'll just be a bloodbath song. I'm like, I understand I'm on LSP and that's a horrorcore label, but like I could have named 5 other LSP artists that this would have fit so much more than me. You know, and it's like I appreciate the business and I appreciate them wanting the song, but it's like sometimes I feel like people will get the lines crossed and shit like that, or like a situation, or like I'll get asked to do something and I'll be like this much, and they're like, well, you know, Scum will do it for me for this, and I'm like, then
go get Scum on it, motherfucker.
Yeah. And I say that with respect. Like I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just it is what it is. Like, you know, just because I'm affiliated with someone doesn't mean that I just have to do a certain thing because this or that. Like,
yeah, we different menus, motherfucker.
I like that you have that hip hop like aspect to you, because like when I first met you, the vibe that I got off you when I talked to you was like that old school hip hop, punk rock vibe. You know, like maybe you didn't listen to punk rock, but like you said, you skated. Like you were a skater, so I assume that, you know, and I got that vibe right off of you right away. Like Noise 13's another guy that likes a lot of punk rock, and he's a fucking rapper. And it's like, it's cool to see that a lot of people have those roots, because, you know, punk rock in the 90s opened up opportunities to be social with other people, because you were skating, you were fucking hanging out, either you were straight edge or you were smoking weed with the hippie fucking crowd, you know, whatever the fuck. But the skating thing made it cool and easy to mingle with people, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Like punk rock is definitely a big influence of mine, but like one thing I always try to explain it is punk rock is more like influences my attitude and like my energy as a person, not necessarily like the type of music I make. Like I feel like my live performance even is influenced by punk rock, but like not like when you hear my track, like you would not think that I grew up listening to like Leftover Crack or like the Casualties and shit like that. You wouldn't really hear that in my music, but if you see me in person, you'd be like, oh shit, this dude probably been in some pits in his lifetime. Like,
fucking love Leftover Crack, by the way.
Yeah, that's literally one of my favorite bands to this day, bro. They're so
They got one of the best intros you'll ever hear in your life. If you never even heard one of their songs, go and listen to their intro. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think my favorite Leftover Crack song is Gang Control.
That's a good one.
Fuck the police and gang control. That shit goes so hard, bro.
Yeah. My cousin showed me them, and I wasn't ready to listen to them, but there was a time when old Bootleg did dabble with hard drugs, and by God, I got into them then. I'll tell you what. And now that I'm sober, I don't listen to them as much, but it's so inspiring to know that a band, and also Red Hot Chili Peppers has a history like this. You know, they wrote songs about shooting drugs underneath a bridge. So I'm just saying, like,
all their songs are about heroin.
All the songs from the 90s were
every single Chili Peppers song is about heroin.
That's why everybody was addicted to heroin so bad and opioids after that. They brainwashed us all.
Yeah, but no, like two straight up punk albums that. Well, I'll give you 3. The Casualties, Made in NYC, Leftover Crack, Mediocre Generica, and then fucking the Transplants album. Those 3 albums right there, like definitely influence.
Man, the Transplants, that's a fucking interesting one right there.
Yeah, Transplants is a shit, bro. It's crazy as fuck too, because Danny Diablo, he's on that song Dream, and what's crazy is like I always knew the name Danny Diablo, but like never like put 2 and 2 together when I started seeing him pop up in the underground rap wave and shit. And like I'm listening to I'm just every once in a while I'll just go play an album I haven't heard in a long fucking time. I'm like, man, I've been listening to Danny Diablo on that song for fucking years and didn't realize it and I'm like, holy fuck. But like, it's crazy because now he's like my homie and shit. I got a feature with him and shit. And it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy how shit kind of comes back around. But like,
Yeah, full circle.
but Skinhead Rob from Transplants, that's definitely an artist. When you guys ask who I would like to collab with, that's definitely an artist that would be a dope ass feature. Like he's just like a crazy ass white dude. Always like he's always on like some hood ass shit. Like he's on that song with Bun B, that Late Night Creeping. Like just that's definitely that'd definitely be an artist I'd like to fuck with.
We're right up fucking Neck Pisser's alley right here. Neck Pisser. Name three of your top favorite fucking punk albums. Go for it.
Albums? I'm not sure about albums, but I like Anal Cunt. I like NoFX. And of course, Leftover Crack. Johnny Homo, though. I love Johnny Homo. He's a local legend.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love me some. Now I like The Offspring. But I'm talking like the self-titled album and Ignition and then Smash. I'm talking those 3 records were like a fucking trilogy that you'll never get again with a fucking band. I love those 3 albums. Anything after that, I mean, Americana was okay, but you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I really enjoyed Green Day back in the day. Dookie was really great. And yeah, I got to say NoFX, man. NoFX was like one of those bands that when you heard it, it was just so damn catchy.
You want to hear a funny story about Offspring, bro?
What's that?
The Offspring is what taught me how to cuss, bro. Like, like when I was a kid, like I mean, I knew what swear words were. I knew how to say them and shit. Like, one of my guilty pleasures as a kid is my dad had the Offspring tape, and I'm trying to think of the name of the song. I don't know if it's called Bad Day or Road. Just that when I go driving, I stay in
Bad Habit.
Yeah, Bad Habit. So like, there's that part where it's like it was like. He's like, you stupid, dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker. Like, I would rewind and fast forward. I'd watch my parents' car, like, and I would, like, find that part, and I would just, like, play it, and I would scream on that shit. And I remember the one time my dad's older brother, my uncle, Tom, he caught, like, he was watching me do it. I didn't know he was watching me. Then I screamed, I'm holding this shit around, like, stupid, dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker. I look, I see him, I'm like, oh, fuck. And he's like laughing. He said, I'm not going to tell your parents. He's like, you probably shouldn't be saying those words. But he was like, I can tell you're so fucking proud, though. He was like, this little motherfucker. Like,
I love that CD, dude. No joke, man. The Offspring, it changed my perception on heavier music because at the time, I was more into like classic rock and fucking hippie shit. But then when I heard Offspring and I heard Nirvana, and I was like, I like that upper tone or an upbeat shit. Yeah. So I was like into that, man. And then later on, Sublime and fucking 311 and you know, Blink 182, like it warmed me up to stuff. And then later on, I was able to take in more heavier shit.
Right.
But like back then it was that's all the options you really had other than fucking hip hop, you know, and hip hop didn't branch out that much other than your mainstream shit, your gangster shit, and then you had this little like section of we don't know what this is, and that's where horrorcore fell. You know what I mean?
Like I remember, like just to put it in like perspective from like my childhood, like my oldest brother, like he's really where I got all my music like influences and shit. Like he had like one of them burnt CD fucking booklets of like it'd be like Eazy-E, like Esham, Ice Cube, Bone Thugs and Harmony, shit like that. But then like a lot of the new metal shit like Korn and Limp Bizkit and all that type of shit. Like I remember when Linkin Park first came out, it was like this holy fuck, what is this? Like then also like, you know, like the Sublimes and shit like that. Like it's just like it's crazy because like when you're younger and you listen to that shit, it's like it's cool and like you fuck with it. And it's like I'll be realizing like later on in life how much certain shit from a core period of my life has influenced the rest of my fucking life. You know what I mean?
I had one of them burnt CD books.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Fucking
had
classic
one that had, like,
bangers in that
90
bitch.
CDs. That shit was fun. I like to burn my own shit because I didn't like every song by a band, so I'd always make my favorite mix of everybody's shit, and I'd put it on a disc. And that's how mixtapes happen.
Let me ask y'all a question. What's y'all top 3 or top 5 favorite movies?
Movies.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys like Freddy Got Fingered?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite fucking movies ever, bro. Like, what's crazy is like Tom Green and then the Ace Venturas, like the Jim Carrey. Like, I don't realize to this day how much those 3 movies have like really like groomed my sense of humor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't realize how obnoxious I am or where it came from until like I sit down and watch. Like, I haven't watched Ace Ventura.
It's like, oh yeah, I used to watch that shit.
You said what?
It's like, oh yeah, I used to watch that shit. That explains
like,
some
there'll
things.
be a certain scene. I'm like, wait, that's why I act like this.
See, I'm 43, so in high school was when, for me, was when Dumb and Dumber and fucking Ace Ventura came out.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking when I first watched Ace Ventura, I was like, I've never seen something like this before. I've never laughed this fucking hard at a movie in my entire life.
Right.
Like, there's other shit I've watched that's funny, but it wasn't until I saw Ace Ventura and Tommy Boy and, like, movies like that made me fucking belly laugh so hard that I almost pissed my pants. I'd be laughing so many times through a movie.
Something about the super, like, fucking, what the fuck's the fucking word? But, like, the super, like, obnoxious fucking humor to me, like, is what does it for me.
I also enjoyed John Leguizamo when he tried to be funny. Now, not too many people like The Pest. The Pest can be an annoying movie to watch. But,
that movie was fire, too.
But if you go back and watch his stand-up, my God, is he hilarious, dude. When he talks about family
Mothra joke, that fucking Mothra joke with the fucking hooker.
Oh, yeah. With her lips
bitch
like a
flew
bat.
off.
Flopping away. Or when he talks about his deaf uncle who's gay.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking hilarious. He splashes the fucking shit in his eyes and says, "That's right, it burns because you're wicked." The fucking shit he talks about with his family is hilarious, dude. It's like, I don't know, man. It's the way that comics, and I watch the Dark Side of Comedy a lot, along with Dark Side of the Ring because I'm a wrestling fan. But to find out that so many comics deal with so much depression and they had such a bad fucking startup in life sometimes, and they use comedy as an escape, just like anybody else that entertains sometimes had something bad happen to them and they use it as an escape,
Right. Or just like going with that, like once you get into like some type of success, like the shit that you deal with behind the fucking curtain, bro, is insane, dog. Like, that's like my song Tears of a Clown is kind of like the same type of, that's just like one example of like, bro, like this shit can get treacherous, bro. Like you can be going through some shit and like have to be somewhere and just be like, yeah, bro, I'm good. Yeah. And you're just like fucking like dying inside. It's fucking crazy.
You gotta put that fucking face on.
Shit's wild.
Yeah, it's like that last song on that fucking Funtime Guys CD. They wrote a song all about that. That video is fucking tough to watch, man. Just because.
Yeah, I haven't peeped it yet. I'll have to check it out.
What's the name of it? Killa?
Huh? Wait, what? I'm sorry, I spaced out for a second.
The Funtime Guys video where they're unmasked and everything, and Ruby's at the end of it.
It's not the Sotanelf. It's the last track on the LP, the new LP, right?
Yeah.
It's
I got the CD
might
right
laugh
here,
later
man.
or might cry later or some shit. Hold up, I'll just look. Fuck it.
I don't know. I might cry later. That's the name of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I might cry later.
Yeah. That's the name of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
They talk all
those
about
last two joints were fucking tear jerkers.
Dude, the last two songs are fucking just like, oh my God, man, where did they go with this? It was almost like listening to the end of White Background, Terrible Music. They have 2 songs at the end of that one that's kind of like, whoa, where'd they go with this? You know, it's like
I feel
it gives you an idea of how they kind of touch with that. And like even Whipstick says in one of his songs, like at that song, he's like talking about how he created this little monster that he can just put it into, and it's just all an act, you know. But at the end of the day, that's I've had people ask me, sing me a birthday song. You know what? I don't have anybody sing me a birthday song. I don't have to dance like a monkey because people tell me to. I do that shit because I do it because it's fun. And when people constantly harp you for shit like Cody was talking about, it doesn't make it fun anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's just like you gotta keep as much as you want to please the crowd, like you gotta make sure you keep something for yourself. You know what I mean? Like what you're talking about with the album, how there's 2 real ass songs at the end. Like I feel like I'm not saying every artist should do this, but I really admire like artists when they, whether they're like horrorcore, whether they're just hip hop, whether they're gangster, when they have like that one song. It could be about a multitude of different emotions, but like when it's just like a step back from the whole vibe that you're used to them getting, and they're just like putting something out there that's like you can tell was like therapeutic for them to create. You know, like a lot of my albums, I try to inquire a couple of real songs in there, but I usually end my album with a fucking like one of them real joints, like Psychoactive. I put that song Lessons at the end of it. And that song's not even there's not even a chorus on it. I'm just the whole song is me just like talking about like what I've been through trying to make a name as an artist. Yeah. And the E equals MC Skelter, the Tears of a Clown and shit. That's the last song on that one. It's like I always try to like put some real shit out there. Like
piece of you.
Yeah, like this Double Cups and Demons EP. There's a song on there called Born Evil, bro. And this shit is like one of my favorite songs I've ever written, bro. It's like I got chills when I just think about this shit. Like it's crazy. Like, and a lot of times, like for me personally, like those songs seem to be the songs that resonate the best with people. Like when I was on the Twisted tour, like I'll go out there and do like my set, and about like the second to last song, I'll just do Tears of a Clown, and you could tell like there'd be people that like my shit. And it's like, you can tell there's those people that are just standing there and they're just like, you can't tell if they like you or not. And it's like, by the time I'm done with that song, it's like, if I haven't captured the whole crowd by then, by the end of that song, the whole fucking crowd's there with me. Like, holy fuck, you know? And like, I'll get people that ask me like, why don't you do more music like that? And it's like, I don't like to like mine and like fucking like, I'm not trying to just fucking like, exploit people's emotions to where like every song I do is gonna be like some emotional joint, like you know what I'm saying? But like it usually comes from a place. Every once in a while, like I'll have like a build up, and then like I'll make a song like that, and it's very relieving for me, refreshing to where like I don't feel like that for a while, but then it'll come back around, and it's like you know, like one artist I really fuck with that does a lot of emotional music is Jelly Roll. Like I feel like a lot of his music is like it doesn't seem like forced when it's emotional, but it's like for me, it's like I feel like I could make an album that's just all real ass shit, but it's like at the same time, like I'm not just trying to make an album specifically because I know people will emotionally grab this, and it's like I feel like it's kind of like not cheating, but I feel like it's kind of like fake almost to just I'm gonna go out my way to make a bunch of sad shit just to manipulate people to like my music.
No, like, man. I mean, because that's not all there is to you. I mean, so that's not all you should do with your music.
Straight up. Yeah.
Sorry, I got kicked the fuck out of there for a minute. But
He's lying. He had to go boof some drugs.
Yeah, sure. What I was getting at with that whole thing with the last track thing, like you guys were talking about. But like you got it, something like that you can put at the end, and it's like ICP for an example. Malenko at the end of that album, that last track, when you hear that voice come on, and you hear the sound of that song come on, it's like they went a direction with that song they didn't go with previous songs, and it's like it stands out at the end of that album. And the same with like Recognition of Reality at the end of the first Twisted record. Like that's a song they used to do as House of Crazies, and I feel like, dude, I love that track. I love it so much, and it's one of my favorites. And like, yeah, there's a lot of meaningful tracks at the end that really you can reach out with your inner soul to those people with that opportunity. But for people not to fucking be able to grasp it, you gotta understand that at the end of the day, all these artists are still people. They struggle like every one of us, whether they're made or not.
Yeah, I mean, or with that too, like if they're willing to even like let you know that. Like some people live on this fucking thing where it's like it kills them more down the road because they're not letting themselves like open up a little bit to where it's like, you know, like some people, like I've seen people criticize me for like posting too much personal shit on my social media and shit, but it's like sometimes I feel like, you know, damn, I shouldn't have posted that, but at the same time it's like I'm not trying to like live like a one-sided life. It's like you guys only get what I choose to show you, but it's like I'd rather show you all my flaws, so like you don't have this huge expectation of me to be like this fucking superhero. Like bro, like this shit gets to a point though to where like, you know, if you don't, if it's like the fucking like the not my song Tears of a Clown, but the saying like if you always just wear that smiling face every time you're out there, and like it's okay every once in a while to open up and let someone know that you're not doing okay. Like it's okay to do that, you know? And I feel like the more people try to hold that in, they eventually like it fucking kills them from the inside out, bro. Like, you know, you gotta kind of release that in some way, shape, or form. And a lot of times, if you decide to do that on a song, you might not know how refreshing it'll be to make that song, but you never know who you might help by making that song when they listen to
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that shit back in the day, and I stopped posting shit about my personal life so much because it's like, you know what? No one else in this world. People can listen, but no one can really help what's going on in my life but me. Maybe God, but me and the people involved in it and how my relationships with them are going. You know what I mean? Like I grasp onto that, you know, and I try to make sure that I maintain it the best I can. But like Cody, I just want to say that I myself, Bootleg, I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself the way
it.
you have on social media. You know, you've taken the fucking fight to the fucking, you know, the source and been like, hey, I don't give a fuck if people want me at shows and I'm not being at shows. That ain't my fucking fault. And you've taken it, you know.
Yeah, well,
I'm proud of you for the shit that you're doing, man. You're
I
not letting
appreciate that,
motherfuckers
bro.
walk on you, man.
And what's crazy is this, bro. Like, there's like that's barely even scratching the surface of like what is really going on in a lot of these situations. Like, and like I've been quiet about this shit for like over a fucking year because it's like, you know, not that I'm worried about anybody. Like, if motherfucker wants to touch me, bro, come fucking touch me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm just gonna fucking like. I feel like the people that are against me, they think that like they're gonna be able to make me stop in some way. I'm not trying to sound cliche, but like just like I could have a whole like bro, when I first started popping off, like this goes back to when I was saying like a lot of artists used to support me and fuck with me until I started doing certain shit. And then fucking like it turned into like, you know, once I started like getting a certain amount of success or I quit letting myself be so accessible, like now it's like half the culture hates me and half the culture loves me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna fucking like you're not gonna run me out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, you might be able to talk. There might be certain people and places that can stop me from getting on this one event or something. Like if motherfuckers think that just because I'm not responding to them on Facebook or this that I'm just gonna like fall off as a rapper and shit, like they got the game fucked up. Like. And I feel like, you know, with me not speaking up for so long, some people might have thought that was happening, and it could look that way to the. So I kind of came to the conclusion, you know, and you know, my girl also was like, being real with me, was like, Cody, like, you really need to say something, bro, because it's getting to a point where, like, if you don't speak up, like, it's gonna happen. Like, if like, I had so many people that, like, not even that are hating on me, but there's just it's so popular to hate on me that they like decide like I'm gonna distance myself from this person. And it's like not even that they don't like me no more, but they're almost afraid to like my shit because they don't want their peers to fucking call them corny or something. To where, like, ever since I started standing up for myself more publicly and saying shit, I get a lot more support back. Like, I'm starting to gain a lot more people are coming back out the woodwork. Like, dude, I've always liked your shit, man, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I feel it, it just comes to a point where it's like it's like this. A lot of motherfuckers can talk shit about me, post shit about me, hate on me. But when I say something back, now it's, oh, you fucked up. I've had situations happen where people are like threatening me behind the scenes and shit like that. And then like those same people will work with people that I'm affiliated with. And I'm like, yo, man, since you're with him, let me come fucking diffuse that situation. No, Cody, you can't do that, bro. You gotta chill. But they can continue to sit here and throw fucking rocks at me, but I'm not allowed to say something back. So now it's like I said in the other podcast a couple weeks ago, like I'm done like listening to anybody's advice when it comes to me personally being attacked. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's nothing that even like y'all, there's nothing none of y'all can tell me. There's nothing they can tell me or they can tell me for me to not fucking stand on my own 2 feet and be like, y'all are some hoes, y'all are on some bullshit. Like, love me or hate me. Like people, like, when it comes to the fucking, like, yes, I've had some customers that might have had a bad experience with me, or like a lot of it stems from impatience, bro. And it's like, even if I tell you like, hey, you'll have this thing by this time, and for some reason it doesn't happen, it's like
shit happens.
They don't want to let go of that thing. They just it turns into where it's not even about the item anymore. It's about the clout. They want to be able to go on the internet and be like, this motherfucker, boom, boom, boom. Like there'll be situations where some shit will happen. It's like someone will make a post about me, and their post will get 100 likes. You know what I'm saying? But then you go look at their page; they've never got more than 5 likes before. So that one page of them talking shit about me, they've never had that many notifications. So it's like hitting like this fucking dopamine in their brain. Like, oh my god, people are liking my shit. It becomes like a drug for them, and they lose sight of the whole purpose. They're even mad, and like. I just want to say, like, I'm not as big of a name as some of these other artists, but there's some of these motherfuckers' heroes have played them on money way more than anything than my one t-shirt they didn't get or something. Like, motherfuckers running Patreons and having you pay for 3 months of a Patreon, promising X, Y, and Z, the whole alphabet, and then nothing ever happens. What happens? What happened to that? But no, it's okay. You're still going to go buy their ticket and fucking jack their dick off at their next concert. But because I'm not as big of a name, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like a narrative that gets stretched out. And half the time, well, more than half the time, the people that's talking shit ain't even the person that the fucking situation happened with. It'd just be people like that just, oh, that's what I heard about him, so I'm just going to run with this thing that he is this or he did that to somebody. It's like, at the end of the day, bro, everyone's done some grimy shit in their fucking lifetime, bro. It's just like some people will just sit there and act like they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are big enough to where like they can get away with that shit. And as far as just me like lately talking my shit, it's just I'm just speaking my piece, bro. Like, you know, and it's like it's not even just about music. Like, you know, like I had the one kid saying that the one song I did was a diss track to somebody. It's like, bro, like you're never gonna have to dissect the song and make the conclusion yourself, because I'm gonna be the one to be like, yo, this is a diss track. Fuck this motherfucker. You know.
Hey, but if the shoe fits, wear it. If you heard something and the shoe fits, lace up.
And here's the thing too. A lot of these people, there's people that get offended by certain bars I have, and it's like, I'm not gonna if I'm talking about one specific person or situation, then I'm gonna address it more personally to where you're gonna know. But at the same time, like I only have 16 bars in a verse to talk about something. There's so much shit from all different angles to where I can sum all this up in one line to where like, if this person heard it, they could get pissed. If these guys heard it, they could get pissed. If that customer heard it, they could get pissed. But like you said, if the shoe fits, wear it. If you know you're being a little bitch and you feel offended by me saying you're doing bitch shit, but it doesn't say your name, then why you got a guilty conscience? Because you know you're
yeah.
Exactly. I feel like there's a lot of gatekeepers out there that are drawing lines in the sand that don't need to be drawn.
Yeah,
And
but here's the thing, bro. Don't the gatekeeping shit, bro. That's even like a facade. Like being blackballed and shit, bro, only works if you only have one lane. Like if you only could get this one job, and that's the only job you're ever able to get for the rest of your life, and then someone hates on you for getting a promotion, then yeah, you can be blackballed. But if you can take that same skill at this job and you can go to this company or this company or this company or this company, bro, you can't get blackballed unless you allow it to happen, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like the gatekeeping shit, it's definitely a thing, but it's like, don't allow yourself to be gatekept, bro.
Yeah.
Like if someone stops you from this thing, and that's the end of your road, then that's very unfortunate. That's all you got going on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just corny as fuck, bro. And like, you know, I'm not. It's not even like people like when I start talking like this, people say I'm being egotistical and shit. It's like, how the fuck come everyone else can have a fucking ego? Everyone else can talk shit about everything, but the second that you respond back with an ego answer, it's, oh, this dude's full of himself and shit like that. It's like, no, fuck that shit, bro. Like,
I think everybody should be full of themselves.
Bro,
I feel like you're very in tune with what's going on. You're hip to what you know, and from your experience and what you've done. That's what you're going off of. You're not going off of just because you think that you've got it big or something. You're going off what you've already fucking known and what you've already seen.
Here's the thing. I've been through so much of my life just before even music, bro. Like, there's a million people that have had a worse life than me. I'm not trying to say like, oh, my life was so hard, but no, like, I've been through some fucking shit in my life.
Yeah, it's like I've seen some shit.
Like, dude, like, at this point, bro, like I say this with respect to my supporters and people that fuck me, but if you don't fuck me, you can suck my dick, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, if you want to try to hurt me, then come fucking hurt me, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like I've had people try to run up on me, and they think that what they're trying to accomplish is trying to embarrass me. That I'm just gonna turn around and run because people just think I'm like soft or some shit. It's like, no, look. They ran up on me, and I turned and squared up. They're like, oh, fuck. No, we actually have to fight this motherfucker. What happened? No video got posted up. Why? Because you guys thought that I was just going to run away. You know, just because I'm not pulling up on people that talk shit and smacking the fuck out of them doesn't mean that, like, I'm just soft or I'm not really about myself. Like, bro, like, I'm not, like, I got so much shit going on to where I'm not going to go hunt down every person that's talking shit. Like, there was a scenario to where when I was flying, like I said, I live in California now, but I had to fly to Cleveland to start one of my tours. And there was a certain person that's been hating, talking shit, and they had a show in Cleveland the same day that I landed. I landed in the middle of the day, bro. And it took everything in me to not just pull up and beat the fuck out of them. But I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going to take myself away from preparing for my tour to go over here to somebody that's like, I don't care if them, it's like, I don't care enough of them disliking me for me to like change my plan or something. Because what happens, like I told you guys before, when I get in the flight, what happens? I go to fucking jail. So what happens when I go up, pull up on someone, smack the fuck out of them, and then they're like, oh,
that's what happens to everyone.
We're here, we're performing artists and we got attacked. No, come the fuck on, bro. I just know the way I look at it, just like I told my girl this too, the way I look at it is like this. Do they deserve? Yes, they deserve their ass whooped. I should probably go pull up and say something. But at the same time,
fuck them.
I feel like if it's meant to be like that, then the universe will put us in the same place at the same time without me planning that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I end up at a certain place or an event or I'm in the same city and I happen to see the motherfucker in the world, the universe puts us there, then that's when I'll handle accordingly. But like, I'm not gonna.
Hey, you remember that shit you said?
Yeah, or like, what's up with that shit? And the thing too, bro, is like, there's been people that sit there and talk all this shit, and I know there's fucking hate and this and that, and like, I might pop up and see them, and they're like, "What's good, bro?" Boom, boom, boom. Like they ain't nothing going on.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah. Or even if it's not like being scared, just being like trying to just like we're just cool. Like we might have been cool at one point, and then you start this hater campaign, and then I come back, and you just act like nothing's happened. It's just like
it's all okie doke again.
Yeah, bro. And like,
Well, I appreciate you being fucking cool with us, man. We camped next to y'all at Camp 2. I remember that. Y'all were up partying all fucking night, keeping my ass up. I remember Neck Pissa was just, he was wild at Camp 2, man. I remember that shit.
Yeah,
he was wild at all the camps, dude.
Camp 2 was a bittersweet fucking camp for me, bro, because it had a great performance. I had to leave to go to my homie's funeral.
Yep.
I came back and my personal life just got blasted all over the internet. So it's like by the last day of camp, everyone's walking around looking like, damn, Cody, like what the fuck?
Yeah, you looked like you was in a bad mood.
Yeah, it just was like, you know, but it is what it is, man. Like, I'm happy to say I be preaching this shit. I'm the first of this month was me being 5 months sober off everything. Like I don't even smoke weed no more or nothing. And like you of all people know, if you've been to any festival I'm at, bro, like I used to go hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've really, my eyes have opened a lot because like I realized how much I let people get away with when I'm fucked up, or like how much I knew something was going on but didn't care because I'm like, oh, whatever, fuck it. Like now it's like
hey, wait,
I have like a I don't want to say a force field, but I have like this wall now to where like people can't just like get over on me or like say something to me and like, oh, it's okay, let's just have a drink about it. No, it's like, no, fuck your drink and fuck that shit you're talking about, bro. Suck a fucking dick. You know, and I noticed that there's people that try to smile and get over on me, and they try to use getting fucked up as like a way to like dumb me down. And when I won't take the drink with them, they start realizing like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to pull this off on this motherfucker. Like, fuck. Like, you know, it is what it is, bro. But like, moral of the story, I'm not trying to sit here and just run my fucking mouth. Like at this point, like I'm not gonna stop making music. I'm not gonna just do shit just whether I'm on a certain label or whether I got certain people trying to hate on me, shit like that. Like, I'm not going to just do things because of that. Like, no, fuck all that shit. Like, I'm doing what I do. And if it means that I lose all my fucking fans and all my behind the scenes support, guess what? I'm going to start right the fuck over from scratch. I'm going to build a new fucking fan base. If I lose my fucking deal, or if I fucking get blackballed by half the fucking culture, or this or that, guess what? I'm gonna make another fucking album. I'm gonna do another fucking merch drop, and I'm gonna book another fucking tour. I'm just gonna keep fucking going, bro. Like I don't.
I still fuck with you.
You said what?
Yeah,
I still fuck with you.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, if you're one of those people that's very active on the internet, especially in like the juggalos, not just the underground, like the juggalo like realm, like you would think that I'm just like canceled or some shit. It's like that ain't true, bro. And it's like it might seem that way because you're only subscribed to a certain energy in that culture. Like, bro, like I know right now I'll never get booked on The Gathering ever again. But I guarantee you, if I went to the fucking Gathering tomorrow, like, and just walked around, there'd be hella people like, holy shit, bro, Cody Manson. And yeah, you'd have your little clips of people like, oh, fuck with him. Ooh. You know, like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, though, I walk.
They probably got a megaphone.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'll the fuck, like, a lot of people are like, oh, like, I'm not gonna threaten, like, oh, I'm gonna be there. It's like, if I decide to go, I decide to go, and if I go, it's because I wanted to go, not to prove a point. But I guarantee you, any of these fucking events, bro, Juggalo Ohio or Juggalo Day, I guarantee you, I pull up there. Yeah, I might have a couple haters and shit, but I guarantee you, there's gonna be a lot of people that's like fucking shocked and surprised and holy shit, dude, that's Cody Manson. Like, come on, man. We know what the fuck is going on.
Exactly. So on that note, man, where can people find your music and what you're doing?
All platforms. Just look up Cody Manson on all platforms. I have a video that I didn't really push that much. I dropped it and promoted it for one day, and it's not on any platforms yet. It's a song called Sulfur, Sulfur, Sulfur. It's on YouTube. Go check that out. It'll be on one of my next projects, but this year specifically, like I said, I have the Double Cups and Demons EP. That's done already. I'm just trying to figure out when and how I want to release it. Then I have 2 albums coming out. It's called 1031. It was supposed to be a double album, but I'm gonna just do 2 installments. It's gonna be 1031 AM and 1031 PM. AM is gonna be more of like the lighter shit, and then the PM is gonna be the dark shit. Not just wicked, but like the shit that I go through in the darkness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, it's gonna have the Cody Manson vibe. It's not like one's just this happy, clap your hands shit. But it's like, you know, I'm sure if you guys know my catalog, there's certain songs that you could categorize what's more lighter and what's more darker. So it's like, I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna do an EP with Baja Blast. I don't want to drop too much information on that, but we're gonna do an EP. And then I have another collab album coming out, which is gonna be a fucking nuclear bomb that erupts, and people are gonna be like, "Holy shit! Holy fuck! Can you guys still see me?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still here.
All your guys' screens just went black. My bad. But no, I got an album that the earliest possibly it'll ever come out, not ever, but the earliest it will come out will be the end of this year. But it's a collab album, and motherfuckers is gonna shit their pants when they see what the fuck I did and with who. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go hard as fuck. You already know it's TRIFE Life to the death, bro. I'm gonna keep pushing TRIFE Life as hard as until I'm not here no more, bro. Like it is what it is. I'm always down to collab with people in other businesses and companies, but like I'm starting to just set my sights on TRIFE Life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got just know for a fact you're gonna on a low end you'll get 3 albums this year. On a high end you're gonna get like 5 or 6 this year.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Coming off of not doing an album in a year and a half to doing like 5 or 6, I feel like that's definitely substantial. And like it's not some shit I just threw together. It's some shit I've been working on this whole time to where like even if I only drop one of these projects this year, it'll be substantial. To where it's not like, oh, I just ran out and recorded 50 songs real quick to have songs. It's like, no, this shit's been. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like as long as I schedule it correctly, but I honestly look, I feel like with how much music I haven't released, I feel like if I release all 6 projects today, I feel like they'd all still be good. I feel like people would be like, holy fuck. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't feel like my music has fallen off anyway, just as far as like the vibe, the skill level. Like, I'm just excited for y'all to hear the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going.
Fuck yeah, man.
Scooter in this bitch.
I appreciate you being on the show again, man. And anytime you want a fucking platform to fucking push anything, we're here for you, dude.
Yeah,
we're
like
always
I said
pulling
too,
for
bro.
you.
Like, I mean, like besides me, like I have a couple artists in mind that like, not even just for me, but like for them. You know, if you guys don't need guests and shit, I have a couple people I can send your way.
Yes.
That I feel like would be a dope cross promotion for y'all. The Heartless Heathens tour kicks off February 16th in St. Paul, Minnesota at the Looney Bin. The 17th, we are in St. Louis. I don't have the fucking thing in front of me. I'll post a flyer. I feel like a dickhead right now. I don't remember what the venue is for St. Louis, but it's on the flyer, and I'll post it. And then the 18th is in New Haven / Fort Wayne, Indiana at Carl's Tavern. So if you guys are in the Midwest, pop out to these shows. I have a lot of people asking about ticket links. It's the promoter's job to get the ticket links. If there's not a ticket link, just know that you can pull up to the show and get the ticket at the door. No one's going to turn you away from any of these shows. So pull the fuck up. The Heartless Heathens tour is going to be in full effect. I'll have a bunch of dope ass like limited merch. That's a lot of it will be customized by me and shit like that. Like, so just pull up, support. If you fuck with me, I appreciate it. If you can't make it, go stream my music or some shit. There's a million ways you can support me without pulling up to a show.
Oh, yeah. But fuck that. Pull up to the show.
Yeah, go to the show. Uber to that bitch.
I hope we see you again at Camp Zool, man. But they've announced Camp Zool 4 is going to happen. So
yeah, guys, I don't know anything about what they got going on for that, but I've been the past 3. fucking let them know you want to see me there, bro. Shit, I fuck with Zool heavy, bro.
Isn't it like a tradition at this point?
You said
I mean,
what?
Isn't it like a tradition at this point?
I mean, you would think so. You know what I mean? But like I
Alumni shit.
Everyone's got their own vision and shit. And if they didn't book me, I wouldn't be like mad at them or some shit. Like I understand, but like absolutely, Cody Manson wants to be at Camp Zool 4. I feel like it's very necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you heard it. Everybody fucking show mad support and have Cody fucking show up to Camp Zool 4 so he could.
Yeah,
go
blow up Billy's page and piss him off with Cody Manson.
I'll go blow up the fucking Discord shit.
Yeah, go on.
They've been on there a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, killer. All right, man. Well,
but either way, it's all love to the Zooligans and all the Zooliloo, LOE, super famous. That's how I know they're my dogs. So whatever happens in life, and I know this won't be the last time that I fuck with anybody and shit. So yeah, I'm with that. Camp Zool 4, let me know.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for being on, man. We've been on for about an hour and a half now, so we'll let you go. And hey, I haven't done this in a long time, but you know, you can pick up some Bad Touch gloves. By God, at Bad Touch Supply. And I don't know if you can still use the promo code Whipstick to get, 10% off for your purchase or something like that.
Bro, why are those two fingers kind of brown, dude?
Gross.
No, all right. Yeah, go to Bad Touch, y'all. But yeah, much love, y'all. Neck Pisser, Killer, Bootleg. I appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
We'll see you all next week on the Hordecast Live. We're out.